Lights, camera, Galley!
Hello folks, and welcome back to Four Corners of the Galley movie review. And on this edition, we're doing Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yep. The much anticipated Marvel movie.
The first entry into the MCU of Spider-Man. And let us just first say,
Amazing.
wow!
Amazing Spider-Man.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kevin Feige. We knew you were the producer on Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, and we saw that you wanted to top them and show them how to do a Spider-Man movie, and man, did you do it right.
Yeah.
For me, personally, it's my favorite Spider-Man movie. I thought it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it blows Spider-Man 2 out of the water, which would be the best before this movie, and this is absolutely amazing movie. Had me laughing the entire time, had me hooked the entire time, not really a dull moment.
Definitely. So on this, we're going to first just give you quite little what we thought about what was good and bad about the movie. No spoilers at this point. Just kind of give you our opinion, then we'll give you our overall score, and then we'll stop, and then we're going to have a spoiler section at the end where we're going to go more a little deeper into things. So tell me, what'd you like about this movie?
Almost everything.
Yeah.
It was almost a perfect superhero movie.
Yeah, the best part.
Very up there.
I think the best part of this movie that 90% of all the Marvel movies have is they have a horrible villain.
Yeah, and actually this movie has a great villain.
Probably one of the best villains,
Yeah.
and when that's because you get Spider-Man's rogue gallery.
Yeah, pretty much.
Michael Keaton as the Vulture was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, he was just, it's Michael Keaton, and he's playing a villain.
It's
He was just great.
It's just an actor effect. You see an actor, they're playing a role, and you may feel a little skeptical at first, but you remember, it's the actor. They just never fail.
Yeah, this is Batman playing Vulture.
Yeah.
He's pretty amazing. I mean, and that's just the biggest starting point for me with the difference in this Spider-Man compared to the other Marvel movies of the villain.
The villain's more
complete.
Yeah, complete.
And full story.
Yeah, it's much more. You can feel more closer to him in this movie. Like, you can understand him more. You can feel like this could possibly happen to somebody in the real life. Like, it's very complete.
Yeah, it was great. I think that was definitely good. I think that's my biggest thing that I love about this movie. I think the villain was great. The humor was spot on. The movie flowed very well. The cuts, it didn't sit around and try to dwell in any moments. They sprinkle in Mr. Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Lightning.
Less than you would think.
Yeah, very less than you think, which I thought was the best part because it's Spider-Man's movie and not Iron Man's movie, so I love that part about it. Definitely great. Was there anything dislikes that you didn't know anything about the movie?
It's more of a spoiler dislikes, but very few, very just minor nitpicks.
I definitely liked the movie. I don't really have that many things I disliked about it.
Yeah,
I thought
very
good.
good.
The scenes. I mean, for me, the biggest thing was Mr. Tom Holland embraces Peter Parker in the Spider-Man role, and he brings Spider-Man like no other Spider-Man has. When he's beating up the villains or taking them on, he's cracking jokes, he's having fun with them. That's what Spider-Man did in the comics, and that's what all the rest of them were missing. I mean, and he's in high school, and you can see him, how he interacts with being this huge superhero that no one gets to know about, and him still being this nerd at school that's very uncomfortable, and it's beautifully done. I mean, it was absolutely beautifully done, with great humor mixed in, and action, and it doesn't really go too deep into anything, and it really makes you feel good. It does bring you back to those 80s Hughes movies that they talked about, the Breakfast Clubs and things, so I can truly say that was great. So what would be your overall score for this movie?
96 out of 100. Very high, A plus. Almost top of the class.
That's exactly what I got. I got 96 out of 100. I mean, this thing was just phenomenal. Yeah. I just thought it was phenomenal. It just done right. And it was great job. The score was great. The way the movie starts off is phenomenal. I mean, it just really does good. So
yeah,
we gotta say, go out, see Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes,
you will not be disappointed. This is not Amazing Spider-Man. This is not Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is not the last Spider-Man 3 in the same Raimi that was just bad. This thing makes up for all of it. Puts him right in the middle of the universe, and he brings Spider-Man.
Pretty much.
Yeah, which is the biggest character in Marvel, so you gotta do
him right. And they did him perfectly.
They did him great. So, if you don't want to be spoiled, please stop now.
Yep, spoiler warning.
Alright, let's get into those spoilers. So, I mean, let's just start it off with how the movie starts. I mean,
pretty much the end of Avengers 1.
No, Avengers 1? Well, Avengers 1, yeah, for the beginning with the pre-part where you get Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
That part, but I was talking about the whole Tom Holland, how he started Spider-Man.
Pretty much, he's documenting his way leading into Civil War.
Which was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. You could see a little behind-the-scenes footage. You could see they filmed that while they were doing Civil War. I thought that was absolutely hilarious, and how he's very anxious for Happy at all different times. I mean, they dropped Easter eggs throughout this movie left and right. Let's just get into a couple. Mr. Donald Glover, Donald Glover playing Aaron Ross, who is the Prowler.
Yeah, they referenced him a little bit.
And then he references in his talking that he has a nephew in Brooklyn.
Yeah, which even references even more into Miles Morales, which they'll probably never do. They just want to give the fans something.
Yeah, a little fun. A little fun to
fun.
it. But it was cool to see the little Miles Morales reference. In case you don't know, that's the Spider-Man that takes over for Peter Parker down the line in a multiverse, basically, in the comic book. But it's a cool little entry into that. Makes it really fun.
Mm-hmm.
The villains, I mean, you had the main guy, Vulture, obviously, and he was the best part because it really let him be the villain while you still had Shocker, who was part of the Sinister Six, and he was in there. 2 Shockers, actually.
Pretty much. Went from like old Shocker to the new Shocker in the comics, so that's how they kind of did that little thing.
And then Tinker,
who was building all the weapons for all the villains in the movie.
And definitely. And then let's talk about, since we're in the villains, let's talk about that end credit scene.
Yes, mostly the story end credit scene, which has Vulture, Michael Keaton, in prison, and he runs into Scorpion, who is another Spider-Man villain, part of his rogue gallery, who wants to figure out who he is so he can kill him.
And he says he has some friends on the outside that try to figure out who he is.
Which only references more to the Sinister Six and all Spider-Man's rogues.
Yeah, which is pretty dope. So that was great. So that was a really cool part. I mean, they were dropping Easter eggs all left and right for the Avengers. And then let's talk about the big scene at the end.
Yes. No one thought it was going to happen. A lot of people thought it was going to have a Civil War. Didn't have a Civil War. Like, okay, we're fine with that. The Iron Spider-Man suit made its appearance.
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
Yeah,
absolutely gorgeous. So we're thinking and we're guessing that it's going to be in Avengers Infinity War. He's going to be rocking that suit when he joins. Obviously, he turned him down now, but that's just to show that he's still a kid.
It's a little tease. Tease. We all know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming for Avengers, so he'll be in the next one he'll be in 2 Avengers movies before he even gets his next movie. So I mean, he'll be definitely big player in this. And they've already announced that his story, Spider-Man 2 or Homecoming 2,
is the next big phase.
Yes, it's the starting point for the MCU after Avengers 4. So
which is pretty much the end of the whole phase, pretty much.
Exactly. So that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. We love this movie. Got to talk about that last end-credit scene where Cap's just absolutely teasing us, telling us
how we get Cap videos throughout the movie, and then at the very end, we were expecting something huge. Just Cap walks out. Patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta live with the bad things about patience. Sometimes you wait for a very long time expecting something and it doesn't go out that way. It was a good joke, and you can even see Chris Evans wanting to crack up.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. They were having fun. Those Cap jokes throughout the movie were amazing. The detention one, the school one. I love also the big scene of Spider-Man running through the suburbs, and he's like mocking Ferris Bueller. They showed Ferris Bueller, and he yells out, "Great movie!" I mean, he was on point. Yeah. He was dropping dimes left and right. He was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this edition of Four Corners of the Galley movie review, Spider-Man Homecoming. Until next time, guys. Good night, Ted.
See you next time.
Thank you for watching Four Corners of the Galley. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Hey, what are you doing?
Outro.
You telling him everything, God? You saying everything?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes, go!
You sure?
Oh my God!
What are you guys talking about?
Get out of
Can I join the conversation?
Yeah, she's trying to do a video, but I don't know if she said everything.
Can you get out?
Hey, listen, did you say to like, comment, subscribe, and share?
Yeah.
Yes!
Did you say thank you for watching?
Yes!
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Get out!